because that veto against TYLOO, who are usually always in these qualifiers, of course, unfortunately, just favours them. As we said, like they occasionally do get that 2-1 because of the maps favouring them. That's probably why this time Mongols have decided to throw in a different ban in there and perhaps go to Anubis on that decider, which is exactly what we'll see. But first, what we're going to see is Overpass, and we are starting exactly on time. So, hell yeah. Let's get underway. TYLOO Mongols, and it will be TYLOO to start on the T side.
Yeah, I think it's been a little while since I've got an Overpass game to cast, actually, so looking forward to this one. 2 sets of dual Berettas on that CT side. Where are they playing? That's the question. Techno has his up close in connector. He's absolutely read by Kazader. Mercury, full trust in his teammate to clear that corner for him. They shut down Techno and take an early man advantage with a ton of time left to play out this pistol round.
9-10 in Divider. See if we can get some information. And it does make you wonder what Mongols will change up, considering they've not had much success on this map, let alone against TYLOO. They might start reading exactly how TYLOO like to go about things. And this pistol, so far, is going for them. Advent is 1v3. He does have the bomb on his back, so if he wanted to, he could maybe rush up to A instead, but it is obviously being checked still, so it would be pretty hard for him to do anything with this. Mongols can get a good start on CT. I mentioned earlier in the first game that TYLOO played, of course, this morning, that they did look like they started a little bit cold. So if they do that today, it could give Mongols a chance to build up some rounds on CT for sure. Around the rosy for 9-10. Comfortable pistol in the end for Mongols, and they've read TYLOO this time around. They got off to the perfect start and no bomb plant, so probably no force buy for TYLOO.
Oh, sorry, bumped my mic. Should just be the full eco. Can't really afford pistols either if they want to get a decent buy in this next round, so yeah, Eagle and Mosaic, but other than that, a couple of kills would be nice if they can somehow pull that off, but really the Mongols shouldn't have much trouble in this round. Push towards mid, kind of just a general default split right now, which isn't always ideal with these pistols. As you can see, taking long range fights against the M4s, it just is not working out. JamYoung's left alone. They have been absolutely cleaned up, swept up. No casualties at all for the Mongols. I like how that came out. Yeah, forgotten about very quickly.
Yeah, that's exactly what you need to do on a round like that, to make it as clean as possible. Hopefully, the HUD won't re-bug out again. I said the first game, of course, we had today had the HUD problem. So, yeah, the HUD problem on the first game of the day caused Mercury to appear on the CT side for the whole game, but hopefully it won't be a factor. Seems like there's been a bit of an update for that to fix it, so hopefully that's the case. If it does come back and to rue us, then unfortunately maybe I have jinxed it, but we'll see how it goes. For now, seems okay, and of course, even if not, we'll keep you guys up to date later on. Untoward happens. JamYoung goes for a straight-up aim duel in toward Divider. Gets removed by 9-10. At the moment, TYLOO are kind of going one by one. This is not a clean start for them. And 9-10 will happily eat up that second as Advent couldn't burst down that frag.
This is a convincing start so far from the Mongols. Looking like they might even have a shot at taking this one round relatively smoothly. Three players grouped on long. They're going to find a heavy A defense, but as you can see, there is still a couple of weaker weapons here as well. Timing on this flash could be everything as the long push comes in. 9-10 is good for at least the one kill before he gets shut down. As I said, though, it's MP9s now that are left to hold the bomb site. And Blitz playing up close on the middle of default. Good job with his MP9. Comes out with one kill, stays alive a lot longer then as well, just to keep that player busy. And allows for further rotations to come up. feeder then for an easy trade. So yeah, 3-0 for the Mongols. They lose a couple players in the end, sure, but it was mostly those weaker weapons that go down. Now they have the full rifles coming through. They're up against what is again just probably pistols, not even Kevlar on everyone, as they didn't quite get the bomb plant. And it should be 4-0 for the Mongols here before they're up against the rifles again.
Yeah, nice start. Nice 1D from Senzu as well. He's a player that used to play for the Mongols back in 2022. He had a little break, went over to NKT for a bit, then has come back to the Mongols, of course. He's only 17, so he's definitely a young talent for the future of Mongolia, of which there are many, I will say. Mongolian talent is getting ever more present. But that shot for Mercury has removed some of that Mongolian talent already. That's Techno in the ground after a ridiculous swing. That is a bit of a donk peak. Seen many of those recently from the likes of him. Mercury looking like he can do it himself. But the good recovery so far from Mongols. Nice AWP shot from 9-10 toward long. That was a good catch on the flick. He's been spotted in water. Dinked up. A bit scary. But he'll at least get his one. Maybe he can show his deagle. Show even more. JamYoung, of course, still has that AK recovered after that one shot that came through. And Kaze's one dig Senzu in that position. Okay. 2v2, but Blitz is in a very unexpected spot that should put an end to any risk.
Yeah, but the timing's not ideal. They've just moved back up now and doesn't really want to be charging towards them. Likely to find out what's going on once they do start committing fully to A. Or at least then he will have that quick flank in through Banana. Let's see. MZ note. Gonna be ready on the bomb site here as they start pushing up close to that long smoke. No flash in play, they're just going to creep forward. The timing was nearly horrible for MZino, but he makes it happen with the spray transfer. Gets both of those players as they emerge from the smoke just a little bit too separated to really count on the trade. As we get a 4-0 score. TYLOO now onto the full guns. They finally had a bit of an impact there in that round. So they're hoping to build on it and get themselves onto the board here before things get too out of hand.
Yeah, that was almost a bit awkward, yeah, from Zenio. Turning away at the wrong time, but as I say, all's well that ends well. Both anyway. That's how you do it, as long as you do it. One boost. That's nice to see. That was very common on CSGO. To get the AWP over to the right side of Monster. I think that might be the first time I've actually seen it employed in CS2 on Overpass yet. As you say, maybe Overpass is a map that I haven't seen too much of in CS2 just yet. Yeah, okay. Straight through the edge of that monster smoke, and he uses the gap on the right-hand side of it to get himself 2 headshots. Just an absolute burst into the deep bomb site. Senzu has to stand tall. Oh, he gets 2. Pretty nice. Mercury will take Blitz in the meantime, though, so Senzu has to somehow make 2 even more, and I don't think it's going to be possible. Kaze catches him off. Great attempt from Senzu to get basically hold the round all by himself. But now I think Techno has been spotted out as well. So it'll be pretty hard in a 1v3. But I think he'll go for it.
Looks like he will. Gonna have Advent on the right side of Monster here though. To clear this angle immediately, and does so, but it costs him about half of his health. Now he's got one up in heaven, one down in the ramp that can just play this together. Knock time off as that bomb already is ticking away. Smokes towards the site, can't isolate the 1v1 on that angle. Fortunately, it happens to the bomb. He looks to just hold it. It was a bit of a wild play, but yeah, spammed down by Kaze in the end. Time was ticking away, so it was a desperation attempt to defuse. And yeah, I mean, they can buy here on the CT side, but there is, as you can see in the case of a couple players, slight shortage of economy, so there might be 1 or 2 weaknesses. Chance for TYLOO if they can take this round here as well to force the full eco. Suddenly they're up towards 3. If they win that next gun round, they have a shot at even getting in towards the lead. So, see.
Yeah, it's. I will say is that when I see a CT jumping on the defuse like that, even with the smokes to where they are in CS2, and be blown up by nades and small gaps made by bullets. I've seen still quite a few diffusers and smokes. We saw one in our first game, of course, today on Anubis, and there was one the other day in an Eternal Fire, a big game I casted, where the smoke was on the bomb, and I think Woxic had to no-scope the diffuser, which was Tabson, and Tabson, I think, got it by Or didn't get it, sorry, by about 0.014 or something. It was ridiculously close. It was almost an insane win, but not to be. Now, important gun round for Mongols, as you so rightly pointed out. Their money is at breaking point. MP9, MP9, M4, M4, and an AWP in the middle. Already some presence shown by Mosea.
This round being played out very slowly. Time's going to be pretty critical by the time TYLOO finally start moving towards the site. They don't even have the bomb ready in their possession yet. It's still back in connector, I believe. As Mosea again pokes his way out ramp. This time without the smoke. He's again just been an absolute nuisance doing so just alone. Actually begun to pull a rotation down from A only now as 9-10 moving back in. As the A push begins to come true, a Molotov on the bomb site means he has nowhere to retreat to. Oh, and they clear that close corner on the smoke as well.
Nice.
JamYoung takes out Techno. The bomb's going to go down with a few seconds to spare. And, well, a long-range MP9, he just doesn't have the weapon for that flank. It's all on Senzu. If he had an M4, he probably gets that first kill. It suddenly has a 1-on-2.
Yeah, close. Close, as you say. It's unfortunate to have the MP9. If you have a player standing still, it's sometimes not that difficult to tap them down long range with an MP9. It would take maybe 2 or 3 headshots. Unfortunately, the player he caught was, of course, moving back to long in the midst of it, at least. So, pretty difficult to cope with. And as you so correctly said, full USP round for the Mongols. They're going to be eaten up here by TYLOO for sure. Advent's got the Mac 10. He knows what's coming.
Mid pushes wind up for 1 kill, but that's all.
And Advent gets none of them.
Yeah, I mean, only the 1 player goes down as well. The last few rounds have been fairly successful for TYLOO, so they've built up a ton of money. See, Kaze has over 10,000 right now. That's the upper. You want him to have as much economy as possible. Well, he is looking quite flush.
Yeah.
Straight over to the bathroom, I believe. No? Thought that's where the smoke had gone. Slower on the mid take either way from TYLOO this time around. More focus on connector, I believe that is. Xenodo's already got the opening kill on the B side of things. As I was gonna say they need to be cautious here. They do take that kill back towards connector. Mercury's been tagged, I believe, pretty heavily though, especially now as they lose Advent, it becomes troublesome. They only have 2 healthy players left in this 3-on-4.
Yeah, Mercury did well to win that duel with the Mac 10, to be honest, but even though he gets the M4 upgrade, Advent taken down on the corner of that smoke. Advent does get caught off a little bit like that sometimes. But he's not the star of the team, of course. That is what the likes of a Kaze or a JamYoung can do. Blitz, actually, I really like this boost. That's a really nice little mid-round change up there for Mongols. In the middle of the default box, have a nice sightline into connector. But Kaze will just swing short and rip the head off of Senzu. Overkill with the AWP. But Mzinho is going hunting, and JamYoung would have to have some great reactions to take this one, and he checks it. Right. 35 seconds. JamYoung and TYLOO, and Kaze actually, both of them have full utility, which is not something you see too often with 30 seconds to go in a round. Have full util, but Blitz, good reaction, finds Kaze. It's down to 9-10, and that was not an easy shot to hit in the heat of the moment in a 1v1. Well done, 9-10, up to 11 kills already. That could have easily gotten TYLOO even again, but as it is, it's Mongols 5-3.
Yeah, back on the board. Not in the most spectacular of fashions though, so they do still have, as you can see, a lot of weaknesses with 3 MP9s in play. Economy was there, as we mentioned, for TYLOO. They built it up. They've still got enough to likely scrape together another pretty solid buy as well if this one goes south. So TYLOO have the chance to keep the pressure on for sure, as Mosea takes the spawn towards short. And had a lot of success, as we've seen before, probing out Monster this time. To see if he can maybe catch some short aggression. Actually, he's going to wait for the nade to go over there. Doing a bit of an execute, although it's not for the commitment. It is just to see if they can force those players into the open. And, well, they did in towards Monster. The peak from Mazzino came in. Of course, it goes in his favor as Mercury goes down and TYLOO are left kind of a little bit flabbergasted about what to do now. Still looks like they win a group at B, though.
Yeah, they did well in recovering a sort of late round situation last round. It's just in the end, 9-10 was too strong. But yeah, TYLOO. This time they don't have any of that utility to bank on. It's just 2 smokes and 2 flashes. Is that enough? We're about to see. Resmoke Monster is a good time for Mazzino. Knows you might have to go through that, but the communication to not realise they're already coming out short was not there, it seems. Now Blitz is very stuck in water, but he gets both somehow. And 9-10 covers his teammate to deal with Kaze on top of default. As soon as Advent double entered, I thought the round was back on for TYLOO. But Blitz with the MP9, that is a superb hold.
Yeah, he gets it done. TheMongolz at this point could still be on track for a pretty good half. Might look desperate for a moment, but if they win out this one now, then we should see the economy finally running down for TYLOO. Unless they're able to get a bomb plant, in which case they might be able to just about scrape the buy together with that loss bonus as well. Let's see, TYLOO are taking things a little bit slower this time around. They've got similar early positions on the B side of things. Side of things once again. Jose, I think, might want to move a bit faster even this time. He's already pushed up close on short, peeking from Sandbag. As the 2 players on the CT side are caught up around Pillar because of that Molotov. Able to make it work though, as Senzu reads that player was already pushed up on short. Had a teammate, I think, tossed the molly in.
Believe so. Believe so. Senzu clean on the M4A4. I am very much an M4A4 enjoyer in CS2 compared to the A1S. I don't know why. I don't know if it's to do with the higher fire rate or the more bullets. I don't know. I just feel it feels so much cleaner to me and more satisfying. It's still a bit of a 50-50 split though. Or maybe actually, to be fair, more of a 60-40 split in favour of the A1Ss still for the pro scene. Obviously the fact it's cheaper does make a big difference long term. Nice Molotov, that might force them to a little bit into the open, but you've got Blitz's support, and yes, they pick together. Nice team play from TheMongolz. Now it leaves JamYoung and Advent in a pretty unwinnable 2v4. JamYoung's made a step, I'm not sure that's been heard though. Techno's not glancing toward mid at all. 19 seconds, Bomb has a long way to go on the back of Advent if they're to even go anywhere near A. JamYoung has to hit some insane shots, and it's not to be. 9-10 takes that one, and Advent realises his best chance to do the best decision is to save on long bathroom.
Just a good build that's carried through as well. Not even an AK, unfortunately. We're looking at some pistols and Kevlar most likely around this. I mean, Kaze and Mercury could get AKs and they could keep the extra money then to still be able to buy next round since they have full loss bonus. A couple extra hero rifles alongside the saved Galil. They're in a decent position then to maybe do something in this round as well. So let's see what they come to, what decision they come to after the pause. Sorry, I had to sneeze now. Andrew sneezes earlier.
That's fine. That's fine. Yeah, we'll share that one. All good.
Yeah, probably.
Yeah, I think that cast. Yeah, I think that that cast that we had this morning at 7:30. I've done some late ones before. I think that one might be my very earliest. Obviously, you have to wait for like a 6:30 as well to get ready. So, yeah, I think that one might be a record breaker for me. I feel a lot better now, I will say, than I did earlier.
Yeah.
I feel a lot more locked in. And so do the Mongols, it seems.
Got some breakfast in as well, so that probably helped.
True. I had like a lemon, I had a banana, and then I had a like a lemon biscuit as well, which was nice.
Very nice. Lots of lemony stuff.
I know, lemon is guilty pleasure of mine. Not that it's guilty at all, but it's just really nice.
Oh.
How has that happened?
Now,
how has that happened? Advent has he 1G'd himself or walked into his own nade?
Yeah, I think it was the molly. It looks like because he's right on the edge of the scorch marks there, right? Must have spread just as he Probably got like shot by an enemy or naded maybe through the door. Either way, it's not a good look for Advent. Out of play for this round, leaving his teammates to try and salvage what is a very crucial round as well. This one goes south. The Mongols could be on track for that 9-3 half. This is TYLOO's map choice. They're going to be in a troublesome position moving forward.
Yeah.
On towards Mirage.
Yeah, I mentioned that maybe this is the version in favour this time, putting that around the other way. Try something slightly different. Oh, the holes.
Got it.
Zinho does really well to get at least one. He's done his job. Blitz. What a shot from Kaze. It would be a 1v3 though if he is to complete it. And he doesn't have his fabled Malaysian AWP. He is a decent rifler as well. Let's see what he can do. It's up against 910 and Techno. They're both sort of rotated next to each other, but 910 is back in heaven again. With that AWP, Kaze going for the spray. Hits 3 bullets, I believe. Puts 910 down to 35. Kaze will now play the long game. And keep Mongols guessing all the way around towards short. The longer the time ticks, there's more of a chance of this one. However, Techno has a smoke, and he has that fuse kick. Kaze swings, and just as he tries to swing a little bit more, I believe he gets caught on that new brick you can see there that Techno was just looking at. It's a bit of an awkward one, you have to remember it's there. And couldn't swing fast enough. I don't think that would have changed the outcome. He would have got caught anyway. And Mongols take their 8th.
Yeah, no matter what, this is a pretty solid half from the Mongols, but still a good chance at them potentially ending at 9-3, and if they were to get the pistol then going into the second half, they could have a straight shot nearly to that finish line. I think TYLOO realised this. In a scary spot, they decide to call in pause once again. They'll get all the rifles, they'll get some utility. Kaze can even get the op and body armor if he wants, so the options are there. Mongols have actually gone for a double op setup.
Yeah, why not? I mean, I think Overpass is the best map for it, that's for sure.
Yeah, it's up there for sure. Maybe not ideal for the retakes though. Both sides are a bit closed off when it comes to op retakes.
Every single map I think is rough for an AWP retake probably.
True, true.
I think Overpass is, as you say, they're all a bit closed off in that sense, but yeah, at least it's very retakeable in general, at least with rifles. Overpass, that's what I love about this map. Some teams still don't really love it too much. I think in general it's one of the most well-liked maps, especially after the revamp it's had, the facelift it's had for CS2. I think it looks very nice, and I think it plays pretty much spot on as well. There hasn't been too many changes that have been needed. So yeah, it's nice to see it still in the pool. I hope it's one that stays long term. Now, last round of the half coming in. Ooh, Rumble, and it hasn't been seen. Techno, only maybe even saw a shadow. If he saw that, it would have been impressive, because that was only a split second on that run boost, and he gets legged for his trouble. So he's back in toward the bank position, which of course has had that little tiny panel added in front of the van. You can just see there, that was added last night to stop feet being seen underneath it, I believe. Yeah, he's now tagged low. So TYLOO with 50 seconds, working their way forward into A, and Advent's caught off 9-10.
And they're just going to swarm the A-bomb site now. With the op up close on the smoke, it's going to be hard for him to get a few kills out of this. He lands the no-scope on the Mosaic. So far, the only kill that came through for his team, unfortunately. And yeah, the trades back and forth go the way of TYLOO. They recover to 4 rounds, but they're going to need a lot more after the break.
Never felt so right with you. I'm gonna hold on to you, hold on. Hope you feel the same way too. I'm gonna first crush back then in the neighborhood. And higher we fly, admire the beautiful things you do. And higher we fly, desire these moments just with you. With you, with you, with you, with you, oh, with you, with you, with you, oh, with you, with you, with you, oh, yeah. It never felt so right with you. I'm gonna hold on to you, hold on. Hope you feel the same way too. I'm gonna hold on to you, hold on. Never felt so right with you. I'm gonna hold on to you, hold on. Hope you feel the same way too. I'm gonna hold on to you, hold on. I can't believe it's so true. Whenever you touch my hair, I'm feeling closer to you. Nothing else can compare. Beautiful things you do. And higher we fly, desire these moments just with you. With you, with you, with you, with you, oh, with you, with you, with you, oh, with you, with you, with you, oh, yeah. It never felt so right with you.
Alright everyone, we're back. TYLOO, they had a little bit of a salvage towards the end of that half right there, managing to scrape their way back up to 4 rounds. But I think it goes without saying that without this pistol round, they would struggle to really get their foot into this game at all.
Yeah, this is a must-win, but I wouldn't be surprised if it's a round that could very much get them back into the game very quickly on CT side of Overpass. And if JamYoung's going to hit shots like that, it's going to be a quick path back. 2 headshots already. Advent with the dual leads gets one of his own, and the B rush from Mongols, a pure and adulterated B rush. Nothing more than that. He's getting absolutely eaten up by JamYoung. Advent swings with the dualies. He'll get himself a 2-piece as well. 3 for JamYoung. Even though he gets gooshed, he is absolutely fine. Even fine, of course, to buy that 350 helmet upgrade in the next round. So many of them can do that, as they barely took any damage at all. Now, I'm already feeling good about a comeback for them straight away.
Yeah, it looks like we have a game on our hands here. Deagles across the board actually for the Mongols. CSGO. He bought armor, but didn't buy a pistol. I think he's waiting for one of his teammates to die and recover one of those Deagles. Figuring it's gonna happen at some point, I suppose. She just hold close connector at the moment, so doesn't have a great position to recover one of those once his teammates go down. Either way, let's see. TYLOO holding fairly passively, not really wanting to give anything away at all, I suppose. They've gone fairly heavy on the rifles as well. 1 FAMAS and an MP9, but they've gone 3 M4s just to ensure these battles are going to go their way.
Mongols are known for some tasty deegs, and it is a bit of a deco. So, let's see what they can do with it. It's funny that CSGO, yeah, as we said, like, it's funny that he's the only one with Kevlar, and he's only got the Glock. I guess maybe he can pick up a deagle now. There it is. Mercury is doing great work with the FAMAS. Tarze helping out as well. Proving to be a bit of a distraction. And they know where the last 2 players are, so they will be good. There's a flank in the back. MP9 called him Zinho. He's removed, and Senzu. One would be nice, but he can't get any at all. 5 alive for TYLOO. That is important going forward. Now they play their bonus round with the FAMAS and the MP9. What do? Do they go aggressive with it, maybe? Let's see how they feel.
Even a couple of kills in there for the Mongols is not perfect. Definitely not ideal. They need to make this one work, otherwise it'll be likely going 8-8. TYLOO having a chance to tie things up. The deep molly. Blitz wanted to go straight in the playground, but they had one deep in there as well.
Yeah,
Restricting
nice
as much control as they can. Yeah. Not really sticking around too aggressively either. There's a player in their connector, but you can see already Kaze has fallen back towards the bomb site. They just wanted to put down the initial nades and keep it in the minds of the Mongols that they are pushed forward. That means, as you can see, they're taking their time before they actually start moving in on mid. They'll likely use a bit of utility even to do so. And if Kaze can maybe fire off a few pot shots, he might slow them even further.
Yeah, they are chilling at the moment. Say, oh, Senzu, that's a nice entry. Taking his teammate, but they're ready for Merzier as well. Nicely done by Blitz. Get taken down by Mercury's MP9, and Advent's quick on this rotation, but they should be able to get the bomb planted pretty comfortably. Mercury can at least get an AK upgrade, so as we saw from the time before, it's hard to hit the MP9 shots from here, so at least he's got the AK instead. Long spray. Okay, he finds 910. Techno's found Advent. At least his position. 2 players from behind, and that's a nice spin from Techno. Spinning on the top, back and forth, and now Advent's known. He's in the very last position. And actually, he did well to even make it a 1 versus 1, but Mzinho makes sure he swings at a good time. And Mongols will beat TYLOO's bonus buy. And of course, even though they did win that round with 5 alive against that eco, not great when it comes to their money, because Mercury is really the only one who can buy here. What do you do here, Dean? Pistols or?
I mean, they only get 1900, so honestly, I was going to say I don't even know if that's worthwhile. I wanted to try and, I would have thought likely try and get as strong of a buy as soon as possible. They're just going to go for it. They have an op. They have one M4, some masses. JamYoung should be getting an M4 as well, most likely, I'd imagine, since he already has armor there. So yeah, goes for the A4. The A1 maybe could have funded him an extra flash, but made his decision. Likes the unsilenced.
Yeah.
Yeah, and if this doesn't work, then they're on an eco. It's 11 at that point for the Mongols, and they'll only have one more real gun round. So really, this has kind of put all of their eggs into the one basket. Could be bad. Let's see.
Ooh, that is a quite a wide swing actually with the AWP there from Kaze. That was quite a wide position in connector that he swung into, and quite far past the stairs. So trusted himself, backed himself, and he'd be right too. But Mzinho still has a lot of control in water. And of course, if you have a player in water on B, you can do executes from there, and it's one of the most important portions of the map if you want to at least put pressure on B. Made into the smoke, Techno's going to try and clear it out, and that's actually just going to go straight through it with that control they had on short. Kaze is all the way back in ABC now. Smoke middle side is a safe plant that can come through. Even though it's a 5v4 retake, this could be quite tough.
Advent made onto that player up close to him right there. He's in position for the retake, especially now as Mosaic kicks it off on the flank. Yeah, this looks pretty easy. Techno's already low. He's smoked right now. Actually gets the drop on 2 of them. Not bad, but I was going to say I don't expect a lot more. A single bullet will shut him down.
Right.
As the defuse comes in with a few seconds to spare. A little bit closer than maybe I would have liked, but in the end it don't matter where they keep 3 players standing. And they went out around that we were kind of doubting once they bought up, but they quickly shut us up. Even with the bomb plant, the Mongols don't have much money here.
Yeah, they look good with the FAMASs, don't they? We saw it, of course, earlier today as well on that little mini comeback on Anubis against Atox. A couple of really important FAMAS rounds they won. Happy to go for that buy. If they have like 3.3, 3.6 per player, we'll go toward it. Fair enough. And now the Mongols are the ones, as you say, that are under a bit of pressure. 3 Deagles, 2 AKs. If they lose this round with this full investment, they quite literally have $50 to their name. So that should mean 9 all. It's a strong TYLOO possibility.
Yeah, I'd say it's pretty likely even. Couple AKs and some pistols right now. That's all Mongols have to work with, and that's the full investment. They're all in right now. If they could somehow steal this round away, then yeah, they'd be in a prime position. They are fully invested. Bring it towards B, it looks like. Advent will be the first line of defense. I think they have a player back in Graffiti. It's not a heavy B defense by any means. As they start to swarm, nades going down. A little bit of damage being connected, but nothing too substantial. It's down to these rifle battles, and now they try and keep the numbers in their favor. And well, 9-10 does some pretty serious work. He gets 2 kills, assists, blitz on that third one as well. And as you can see, suddenly it's a man advantage for the Mongols on the after plant.
Yeah, let's see. I reckon with Kaze on the AWP and actually Mercury and Kaze kitless, sure there's one that can be picked up on the right there. But I'll take an extra second or 2 to go toward and pick up. They're going to have to win these duels pretty quickly now. Mercury manages to catch Blitz in water, and Mzenio. They expect 3 short though. Surely not!
Oh.
But Senzu whiffs it, but there you go. There's the lack of the kit. They didn't pick it up. And Mongols are going to get away with one.
Somehow, I mean, that was absolutely crazy there in that last battle where he doesn't get that first kill. I don't know either way they make it work. No time, as we said, TYLOO's economy is in shambles. Advent's even on a double eco. This is not a good spot for TYLOO to be in. It's absolute worst case scenario, really. Looks like they're going to go for the force buy, at least Advent is. Everyone else can afford the 1 eco pretty much, and then they can get the buy in this next round and try and fight for the win. But they need to be flawless, rather, pretty much. Mercury up close and connector here. 5-7, I believe. That's Kevlar as well. If you can steal away an AK early on, that would be big find. Oh. Didn't quite spot it. I think the gun itself blocked the angle a small bit. But yeah, the Mercury steals an AK and has time to fall back through B up towards A even if he wants.
Be low buy round. Beats a full buy, and could be the vice versa coming in here. Mosey with the Deagle. What can he do? Oh, that's a good entry from Blitz. He puts Kaze under a lot of pressure now. Only the P250 hits a nice dink, but it's only going to be a dink, and then an HE flies in from Blitz. TYLOO. They have force sport, as we said a little bit. Only Kaze and Mercury have that leftover cash. Mongols should be able to secure their 11th here, and that's going to put TYLOO under a lot of pressure. Their map pick, a map they've been so successful on. Mongols have not managed to beat them on this map as of late. And that Yonshipping qualifier and the 2 separate BO3s they played, Overpass was played twice. I think both times it was the map decider. And they both won at 13-10, so it wasn't like it was a walkover. Maybe Mongols have finally found the answer.
Be in a prime position for Mirage, considering they've had success there the last couple of times they've played each other. Mercury at least saves that AK forward. JamYoung and Advent both have Kevlar as well, so that'll help their buy in this round. See exactly how this plays out now. It all needs to be done here and now, pretty much, for TYLOO. Need to be flawless for the remainder of the CT side from here on out. 2 MP9 still in play. I thought it was going to be all rifles. way. Senzu ready for the connector push. Unfortunately, there is a second player pushing through. So Mosaic is able to get the trade. Mzino only just barely gets away from the mini monster there as well after that flash came over. So 1 for 1 in the early stages.
Big round for TYLOO. They'll lose this one with no one saving. There'll be not much left. If Mongols already on 12. Can Mongols figure it out? Some information on Advent. Shoulder peeking that little plywood bit next to Monster. Flying over, that'll do a little bit of chip damage to JamYoung, but not a whole lot. And Mozia and Kaze are happy standing with each other, holding the A-bomb site. One looking at long and a big off angle, and Kaze in tasked with the entirety of Bathroom. Now Mongols with the time against them, their positions will be known. And look at the rotation from TYLOO. Advent trusted with the entirety of B, and why not when Mongols will be committing toward A here. Kaze knows where these utilities are thrown in from. They're going to try and peek it together, but JamYoung's going to whiff his MP9 shots. Kaze's missed his shot. It's falling apart. 18 seconds. Mosaic has to step up. Do they expect him here, though? That's the thing. Having killed 2 players already, he'll just about get that kill. And the bomb planter, of course, needs to stay alive. Only just. Somehow it's a 1v1, but it's Advent only on an MP9 versus 910's AK, and 910 is just staying put. Advent's managed to switch to a Galil, but 910 wins it out. Huge round for the Mongols, and they're just 1 away from taking TYLOO's map pick.
Yeah, they somehow managed to turn that around. The op in close on Bathrooms, he thought was ready to catch the crossover, but one of the players pushes up Banana, he gets hunted down by 2 of them. Suddenly the ops trapped close Bathrooms with nowhere to fall away to, and they just got ran over, really. Decent attempt in on the bomb site then from the final player who was left there, but it was just too much to handle. Leaving TYLOO with a very weak buyer to try and somehow start forcing this back towards an overtime. They need 5 in a row. It's going to be a very difficult comeback. Jump peek from Techno there to see if anyone's peeking the Bathrooms. There's a player close on the Bathroom, as well as Kaze on along with a scout. Has been kind of quiet so far here.
Good flash. I was going to say, make sure you don't peek any of these angles dry. Don't change up what's been working so well for you. Kaze goes for the shot. Up against the AWP. Almost hits it, but it's the bullet will whistle by both ways. Oh, good kill. Surely it's been a second, but oh, he should have really got that trade. Senzu is the insurance policy, but it shouldn't have had to be activated. And there's that scout of Kaze tagged up. Does Senzu just try and walk this smoke? Maybe it could be their only chance in this round. It's a random play, but Mosaic reacts very quickly. And TYLOO, I think, are going to stay alive a little bit longer here.
Catches the legs of Mosaic there coming through the smoke. 2 more players to the top side, though. That will be very difficult to deal with, and the op shot doesn't land. A little bit of a whiff coming in there. On our way, only 2 players left standing for TYLOO, so their reinvestment is going to cost them everything. Although the Mongols don't have a great economy either. Thought they'd built up a bit more money than that. Apparently not. They're really the 1 player who could fully buy, so most likely an eco, a few pistols coming in. They'll focus on this next round though. And TYLOO should have 9 without too much trouble.
Yeah, we could be close to the possibility of that overtime, quite genuinely. The flicking of the butterfly knife. In fact, we can hear that in 3rd person now. Is probably something that's not going to have much enjoyment for the observers and the producers alike, having to hear that all the time. I hope that's something that Valve do change. There's no reason for us to be able to hear the gun switches from other players when we can't hear that when we play, of course, or when they play.
It is a little to 9. Nectar
changed.
Go. Kaze already on the up. He's not looking to stick around and keep on fighting at close range angles. Dropped a couple of flashes, falls back in the truck where he has plenty of space to work with. So has a little bit of assistance, as you can see. No trouble at all. No kills to come through most likely for the Mongols unless Blitz somehow gets a long range Glock kill, and it's not going to happen. 12-9, 3 more for the overtime. It's very doable. And even now you can see 9-10's a bit short on money. He gets dropped an off actually. So they made it work. I think he gave a Galil to Senzu in return. Absolutely scammed. They don't close it here, they're in trouble.
Yeah, so I'm going to say the exact same thing. The Mongols figure it out. Break open the smoke, but Enzinho reacts superbly. That's actually quite a nice little setup that TYLOO have there to break that smoke as they peek into the short pipe. But Enzinho stands his ground with what could be a huge kill. Senzu, of course, connector door is open, so needs to be careful, but doesn't take too much damage as he gets caught in the back. Kaze will, in the end, deal critical damage and remove him from the round. So back into a 4 versus 4. Maybe a pick that Mongols didn't necessarily need to give up there.
Might actually lead to this round going the way of TYLOO in the end. Got themselves another pick back towards long. A smoke goes straight down to stop any trades from coming in there, and well, this is getting out of control. They do still know there's a player still close long though. Mercury's pinned in the corner. Problem is there's 2 more players on the way up already on top of the 2 who are already on the bomb site, so this is going to be damn near impossible to penetrate the defenses, and as you can see it's just not happening. The ops here, all 3 of them are here now. As Blitz and 9-10 have both been just kind of stagnated on the push with very little time left as well. Okay, the smoke fades. Advent left standing in the open and gives Blitz a quick kill. He knows where they both are at this point, but he doesn't have great time, and they have to try and force the issue. Push towards JamYoung goes down though. Either way, the op likely would have just popped out from behind the truck for the refrag. 12-10. 2 rounds to take it to an overtime, only one of which are going to be a real buy, and well, it's not this one.
Yeah, definitely not this one. This one is just going to be a warm down, perhaps, before the warm up. We'll chat about the final round of regulation. Find out exactly what you want to put into place. Isaiah, JamYoung. 1 each so far, apart from Advent. Unfortunately, I don't think Advent's in a position to possibly make it a team ace, but no worries. What is the plan for the Mongols? Are they going to change up the pace? The slow hasn't really been working for them.
Last chance now. Mongols need to close it now, otherwise it's going to be an overtime. Is everyone playing individually? Both teams pretty even in terms of the scoreboards. Techno, I'd say, struggling a small bit on the Mongols. TYLOO have pretty much everyone on par. Mercury, though, is ahead a small amount, going in a solid performance. No ops in this round either for the Mongols, just full rifled.
Yeah, maybe that's going to urge them into a bit of a faster paced play, perhaps. We shall see. I'd like to see maybe a short take and a proper execute. We've seen quite a few late A plays that have been picked off one by one, even when Enzinho got that opening pick on that short B area. He didn't really do much with it after that, and he's gone this time. I've done a lot of damage, but once again, look, Senzu finds himself in that same position in connector. Thankfully, this time they remove a big threat. That's Techno taking down Kaze. Long bathroom. That is a big difference in terms of how that round played out previously. This time the AWP is removed. Techno has not had the best of games, but it's a very impactful kill from him. Minute 15 to go. They have long control, they have connector control, they have front bathroom control. But TYLOO's rotations are looking in a pretty good spot. But hang on. Talking about the lack of AWP on the Mongol side, 910's picked up Kaze's, and he's removed Advent. It's getting ever harder for TYLOO. Now 50 seconds to get a bomb plant. If they choose B here, I'd like that. They are sort of lurking around top of con, waiting to see if TYLOO show any more. Only JamYoung really is here. Ward off against a play, and that's a big information push from Mosaic. Removes Techno, and he can now fall back. Even with 2 HP intact, it's still a big kill. 910 looking to control it defensively. Spots the shadow, though, and there goes Mercury, and the bomb is working its way up toward A. The rotation from Mosaic was incorrect. 3v2 to figure this one out for Mongols.
Yeah, almost being a bit too slow here. They might have had a chance to capitalize before the rotations came up. Instead, Mosaic ready on the bomb site and getting away with another kill. He had a lot of success while already low health. Even that previous frag he got, I think he was in like 40 before the exchange, takes one bullet and then gets away with another kill afterwards. But it's all on JamYoung, 1-on-2 to try and keep TYLOO in this as they fight for the overtime. The op back on long, blitz up close to the stairs. The op just holding the angle, shut him down as soon as he steps out from bank 3. The Mongols managed to steal away this initial map here.
Yeah, and I'm very impressed, honestly. As I said last time these two teams played, of course, it was twice, 2 separate BO3s in those Yongshipping qualifiers, and TYLOO took Overpass.